All right, Coach. EA Sports Cup. Of the net. National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Now Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. On third down, Wilson forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
This is Gordon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there.
Now Barkley stripped of the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure is down.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score, going totally opposite what it should be.
Well, I'm going to completely disagree. I see high scoring, maybe nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
40.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game, and of course we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know though that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics, that was crazy even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Yeah, now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The AFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
43.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Back out is the AFC offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. C.J. Mosley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Third and long. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. A nice carry there of 15 yards. To throw is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes and the AFC ready to go on offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Go, let's go!
The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards, as they are able to cut into that lead. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, 50 seconds, let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on third and long. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. The lead is theirs here in the third quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. He'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the fourth. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now Gordon on first down. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now here's Mahomes. He can run for it, and he will. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on first down. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already. And they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now.
And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in. And the AFC has taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 4, 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, 0-0-0.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Hey, 4 down.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 42. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
He'll look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. So now the story changes. Trailing by a field goal. And time, a huge factor. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Back to throw. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So on fourth down, out comes Jason Myers for the AFC field goal. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do?
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2000.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead. Bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2000. 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. All set to go now from Orlando. The 2019 NFL Pro Bowl is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it here with the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. On first down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wilson. They find some open field here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 20-yard line.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that.
And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Throwing now is Mahomes. flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
To throw again on second down. Wilson being chased out left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's got his all-pro receiver Michael Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 7-7, our score after 1. Throwing on second and 14. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it'll be third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Jones has it. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now.
Yellow. Ready? Watch tight end.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A toss play. Gordon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time in there. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. This is Elliott. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, it's complete to Hopkins. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. To return is Roberts. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 12 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll run on first down. Gordon, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain block. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. It's NFC football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hill, and he's going to let it go deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game with the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no...
He's got him in. Complete. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. And touchdown. Michael Thomas taking it in as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons, a 1-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game. But as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out trying to get back on the field and try and help their team win down the stretch.
To throw again on second down. Hill out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
To throw again. Wilson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On third down, Elliott, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They'll run it with Elliott, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out, and the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one. And
you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Myers for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place. But in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Von Miller. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Mahomes. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Mahomes now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Trying to get it to Landry there. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Wilson dancing to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home